Well, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, Tuesday of Holy Week. Pray that you're having a good day today, having a great morning. This is me again, outside the pulpit with Coach, and I'm going to give you a brief rundown of what happened on Tuesday. Jesus had entered in on Sunday. He cleaned the temple on Monday, and he returned to the temple on Tuesday. As this being the Passover week, time was running out to do what he needed to do. So he came into the temple, but he had left Bethany, because that he was staying in Bethany. So him and the disciples, they were coming into town, and he saw a fig tree, and he was hungry, so he went to get him a handful of figs and eat them on the way. Well, there was nothing on it. It had leaves on it, but it didn't have any fruit on it. So he cursed the fig tree, and it died and withered away. As they were continuing to walk on, the disciples noticed that this fig tree withered away and died quickly. But they were just marveled that he just spoke to it and it died. And I'm thinking, well, fellas, he spoke to Lazarus and he got up and came out of the tomb. He didn't go lay hands on him. It wasn't a long, drawn-out process. He just said, Lazarus, come forth. He got up and came out. But they're still marveling at the things that he said, things that he did. But Jesus made his way back into the temple, and he began to teach and minister to the people as he had been doing for years. But it was at this time that the scribes and the Pharisees had came in and was sitting around listening and watching, and they were on instructions: find something to trap him with, so that we can arrest him and get rid of him because he's causing problems. And as we had stated earlier, that Jesus did not come in the way they had wanted him to. He came in the way the scripture said he was going to come in, but not the way they wanted. They wanted Jesus to come in militarily and overthrow the Romans, which that didn't happen, and that wasn't going to happen. That's a whole nother lesson to be taught as well. But as Jesus was talking to the people, ministering and teaching, well, the scribes and the Pharisees, they decided, well, we're going to question him. We're going to find something to trap him with. Well, for every question that they asked Jesus, he replied back. He didn't give them an answer. He asked them a question. And this went back and forth. It doesn't say a time frame, how long, but it went back and forth till they got frustrated when they realized they can't trap him with words. So they gave up on that, and they left to go and try to figure out another plan. And as Jesus finished his teachings in the temple, he needed to talk to his disciples. So that he took them and they went away, away from everybody else in a secluded spot. And he began to minister to his disciples. He began to tell them of things to come, what they could expect and what was going to happen to them. Because they had already locked in. And he covered it all. I mean, he covered it all with them. He told them everything to expect, the signs to look for, what to expect from the people. He just laid it all out for them. And he gave them the parable of the 10 virgins. And that's basically telling them, no man knows the day nor the hour that I will return. So you need to be ready at all times. And then he taught them the parable of the talents. And they were asking really poignant questions on these things. And the parable of the talents, whatever God gives you, use it, invest into it, invest in people. Don't take the gifts that God gave you and set on them. Whatever your gift is, use it for the betterment of the kingdom, so that God may get the glory. If you can sing, sing. You don't worry about getting paid to sing, sing. Everybody don't preach, everybody don't sing, everybody don't minister. But there are plenty of other things that God has gifted you with that you can use for the good of the kingdom and the good of the people. And after I said that to say this, use what you got and God will give you more. And as he finished with his disciples, they left to go to prepare for the Passover feast. And as they went to the place of the Passover, there was a woman approached Jesus, and she had this bottle, this box of, they call it spikenard of ointment. And while he was sitting down, she broke it open and poured it out on him. And it ran down his head, down his beard, just all the way down. And the disciple, why would she do this? And then Judas spoke up. That was a year's worth of money that could have been sold. And it was at that moment that I'd say that the devil entered into him, that he was going to betray Jesus. So after things died down a little bit, he slipped out and met with the religious leaders, the Pharisees, and made his deal to betray Jesus. And he came back, and I'm going to put a pin in it and stop right there, because that goes into the next lesson. So I encourage you to read Matthew chapter 21 all the way up to 26, because there was a lot happened on that Tuesday. There's a lot happened in that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but there was a lot happened on Tuesday. I encourage you to get in and read for yourself, get an understanding. If you don't understand what you're reading, ask somebody. There's no such thing as a dumb question or a silly question. The only dumb questions are the ones that you don't ask. Because if you don't ask a question, you can't get an answer. Don't go around blind. Don't go around unlearned. Learn all you can. Use it. Be wise. Pray that you get something out of this. Have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. And most of you that are on here, you know how to get a hold of me. We can sit down, drink coffee. We can break the bread even better. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all, and ain't a thing you can do about it.